Akashic. Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Buddha of Destiny Namaste's channel. I will be reading You Are Entitled to Experience the Perfection of Your Own Soul, the healing wisdom and guidance found in the Akashic Records will enable you to encounter the essence of your divine nature. When you do, you will find that you are the person you always hoped you could become, and you will live a life that you always dreamed of. From Healing Through the Akashic Records. Hey, what's up, Six Bows? And before I start, basically this is healing through the Akashic Records, using the power of your sacred wounds to discover your soul's perfection. I have a playlist on how to read your Akashic Records, the meditations you need to be doing. Hey, Mustisi, let me good morning, sir. Let me give you a wrench. I don't know what's up with YouTube is about. And then this is healing through the Akashic Records. Any sacred wounds that you have held within yourself, I have many. Once you let go, you will become that person, that new person. You will see everything differently. The trees will be greener. It will be more beautiful. And trust me, it will be worthwhile. So before we start, I will say the protection prayer before I read chapter 7. It is the light of God surrounds me, the love of God enfolds me, the power of God protects me, the presence of God watches over me, the mind of God guides me, the life of God flows through me, the laws of God direct me, the power of God abides within me. The joy of God uplifts me. The strength of God renews me. The beauty of God inspires me. Wherever I am, God is. And we are reading. Hey, meow meow. I'm reading chapter 7. If anyone's going live, please jot down in the chat, excuse me, in the chat what time we're going live, and I will go ahead and pin your link. Those are their links. Okay. I will go ahead and pin them. So we got two, we got six bows, and we got Kring Kring, which is live right now. I have it on my other cell phone. So please go over there and show some love. We have a premiere coming up. Is it now? Meow meow. Let me pull up meow meow. It's in 12 days, July 20th at 10 a.m. So please, everybody, go over there and show some love. Let your light shine. And please show love. This is how we grow on the YouTube streets, is by supporting one another. Let me get the share thing because I don't know. I think I copied the link before. All right, let me share it out. Why is it not sharing? Give me 1 minute, everybody. Oh, snap. Okay, I gotta re-pull it up. Thank you, Trenin. If you could please put her with with Kareem Kareem and Six Bows. The Six Bows live right now, so we can go over there. Everybody else, please, for a minute, take a time out of your day to go over and hit the thumbs up, share it out. Please let your light shine and share it out. Let your inner self be aligned and in tune, and recognize these are also other content creators who are trying to make it on the YouTube streets. We may think it's easy because we got big numbers, but it's hard. It's hard as exactly. Okay, I got $75 for my birthday. On June 26th, I went live, and YouTube says that I have $48. So that's crazy. I'm not live. No, no. Which McCauley dropped your link. So I thought that was like a live coming up, upcoming live. Let me click on it. It's probably it's your food haul. I saw that yesterday. Yeah, it's the food haul. I'll play it again in the background. No problem. Rewatching. I'll play it again. Hearing it out. I don't know if it's well. I don't know. You have a lot of food hauls, so I think like this one I didn't see in particular, but I saw one last night. I know Six Bowls be doing a lot of grocery hauls, and she helps other people save money, and that's what we need is to save money because in today's world everything's getting expensive. Oh, I like Christine Ray Patrick's background for her life. All right, everybody, let's go ahead and click this. All right, and you be shopping a lot. You go, hey, makeup mama son, I'm so sorry I missed you. Let me give you first. I hope you and the family are doing good, and you and your son. I love the little thing she has in the background. That's all organized of all the makeups and all the makeup boxes. You'll never see that with me because I don't like makeup. But she's the one to go to. Even if it's makeup or gift sets or anything. She's the one to go to get information about that. Okay, so chapter 7 is about choice. We have arrived at the final step in the personal healing progression that forms the foundation of our movement out of suffering and into the joy of living. Hey, Hazel, choice. In this step, we come to realize our soul level truth that we are our soul's first choice. We are who we are by design, not by accident. Every detail is our soul's choice. How and where we live, our strengths, talents, and abilities, our family of origin, and the circumstances of our birth, our career path, our friends, lovers, and children. These details are ideal for us at this time. The life we find ourselves leading, the personality we sport, the body we inhabit, every particular of our existence is organized to support us in coming to know our soul's perfection, to know our divine essence, no matter what our conditions are, circumstances. In this phase of the progression, we honor our soul's choice. It might be helpful to further explore the role honoring our soul's choice plays and the energetic impact it has within the healing par- paradigm, accepting that we are our soul's first and best choice. And this incarnation enables us to open up and expand the interior space we have for who we are and how we are living this life. Embracing the fact of our choice makes room for all the other stages of healing to fully ripen and mature. When we arrive at acceptance of our most fundamental choice, the entire healing process reinitiates at a deeper internal level. This deepening fortifies the progress we have made on the other legs of our journey, which in turn encourages more self awareness, self appreciation, and appropriate action. We find ourselves consistently engaged in an ongoing process of increasing awareness of our innermost self, honoring your soul's choice. By examining the issue of our soul's choice within our records, we can discover some fascinating components. First, we see that our soul has chosen our human self, this incarnation, as the ideal vehicle through which it will be revealed here on the earth plane. Our current human self is the next logical, though not necessarily sequential, opportunity for us to become aware of our soul's perfection, for continued expansion of our awareness of our essential goodness. There at any given time, particular human qualities are required and are a part of the initial choice of the lifetime we embody. In the Akashic records, we learn that there are two levels of choosing. The first is the one I have described, the choice our soul makes before we arrive in this life. Then, once we incarnate, we proceed along our human journey, making choices. What we actually doing is agreeing or not to cooperate with the original choice we made to be who we are, with the natural consequences of that choice. The choices we face in our life journey are not infinite. They are well within the context of the original decision we made before landing here. We cannot make a choice that does not already exist within our probability. It is energetically impossible to move beyond the boundary of our options. We like to think that everything is possible and that we are completely free agents. The records reveal otherwise. We make choices to cooperate or not, to go along with or against, to accept or reject the possibilities and probabilities of who we are. During some incarnations, we opt for a series of choice points, and it may seem to us that we are making decisions or determinations that are outside of our realm of possibility. Actually, though they are well within our personal orb, during other lifetimes, it may seem that we have absolutely no say in how our journey unfolds. When this occurs, it is simply because our soul has chosen for us that experience, so we may simply discover that we do indeed love ourselves even during a life of no choice. So, once again, we have absolutely no say in how our journey unfolds. When this occurs, it is simply because our soul has chosen for us that experience, so we may discover that what we do indeed love ourselves, even during a life of no choice. The everyday choice we face humans and the heart of the choice stage of the four phase healing cycle is the choice to cooperate with who we are, to become the best of who we can be in this life, and to live in harmony with our innermost self. Let's consider let's consider some of the implications of someone is an alcoholic. It may appear that she has chosen alcoholism to the onlooker. It may appear that she is either ignorant or defiant. In fact, she has chosen to have the experience of addiction in this lifetime. It is a valid spiritual path through which she gains the opportunity to know that she is essentially good, no matter what form her behavior may take. At some point, perhaps in another lifetime, perhaps in this one, she will find it easy to decline a drink. It may appear that she has made a better choice, but really she has no more choice in refusing the drink than she had when she was compelled to indulge. An individual may choose to live a life of dramatic extremes. He may be born into object pro- providity. providity. For example, as he grows and develops, he may decide to get out of this particular hell and live a life of luxury. If this is a part of the plan for him, it will certainly happen. If not, he will experience great disappointment and yet still come to know that he is good, even if he cannot make such a dramatic change. There are lifetimes during we experiment with the influence of positive thinking are harnessed. The forces of our uh, wait, excuse me, the forces of our will to produce results. In other incarnations, we deal with ease and success in others. We address repetitive failure. The combinations are endless. In each and every situation, we are offered the opportunity to recognize that we are fundamentally good, that we are whole and complete, and that everyone else is as well. Choice is an essential and powerful step in this four-step healing progression, best recognized through practice in the records. When you are there with your masters, teachers, and loved ones, you can access the zone of choice. This is the region where you can choose the qualities and actions that will support your increasing awareness of your own goodness. The moment of deliberate choosing within the records is eliminating and inspiring and must be experienced personal and directly. Let's look again at our fundamental healing progression. The first step is awareness of of your innermost self. The first step is awareness of your innermost self. Following this is acceptance. Appropriate action balances the protocol, and choice completes the practice. Accepting responsibility for the fact that you have chosen to experience this life and the rewards as well as the difficulties that are part of it out of love of yourself becomes a determining factor in the success of your healing. The protocol of choice. Here at this stage, choice, you entertain the question, what is it about who I am in this life and the situation I now found myself? I now find myself in that encourages me to love myself more than ever, to love others more than ever, and to fall in love with the life. Earlier, we discussed the turbocharged healing question, how is this good for me? This new question takes you to an even higher altitude of awareness. It leads you to consider the possibility that every silver of your existence is part of a conspiracy, in the very best use of the term, to reveal the essential magnificence of your soul. This is an act of your consciousness that can liberate you from old ideas and archaic behaviors and will catapult you into a dimension of possibilities yet unexplored. Homework. Your spiritual practice at this stage is quite simple. Jot down on a note card the following question and carry it with you for the next week, month, or even longer to jog your awareness. If anybody wants me to wait a minute until you get a pen and piece of paper, I will happily wait. Musisi, do you have any live? Please drop it. Makeup Mama Kitchen, you have upcoming, please drop it. Okay, hold on. Where is it at? Huh? Okay, I got it. Perry Placing with Meow Meow. Musisi. Next, I will drop Hazel and Makeup Mama Son. First, let me drop. You can always go back to the replay. This is basically, I'm gonna tell you right now, what I'm reading is not BS. This is real, and this does take you to the astral plane. You have to align all your chakras. You have to believe in the higher source, God, and everything, and you will go up. I am wearing this to protect my crown chakra from anybody in the background that is evil. So that's, it's a good thing to protect the chakra. Since I'm in the baby stage of just learning about the spirituality, I have to wear this. Okay, so basically, what you're gonna do is you're gonna jot down on a note card the following question and carry it with you for the next week, month, or even longer to jog your awareness. You can even put it under your pillow. You could put a white quartz under your pillow, so you can have better dreams. Okay, let's see your awareness. How does being who I am in this life? This is what you jot down. How does being who I am in this life with all the bits and pieces of my human experience, comma, help me to know in my heart that I am good at my very core, hyphen, whole and complete, hyphen, as all, all other beings, question mark, and close parentheses. Simply asking this question will cause a stirring within that will propel your consciousness toward new frontiers. So I wish you all that you guys do this, and I hope you guys have a very good experience. And I hope we can talk about it because I do like talking about spiritual stuff. And Carol the miniature has been to the spiritual plane, the astral plane. She was asking me about it. I was like, if you heard a voice telling you to go back, it's not your time. To wake up and go back, it's not your time. She was in the spiritual plane. You can't be in the spiritual plane too long because your soul will be there forever. Okay, so Akashic Reflections. Open your records with the loving guidance of your masters, teachers, and loved ones. Raise the question: how does being who I am in this life with all the bits and pieces of my human experience help me to know in my heart that I am good at my very core, whole and complete, as are all other beings. Close your records. Open your records. Ask to see yourself as you are seen and known in the light of the Akashic records. Ask to see yourself as you are seen and known by your own masters, teachers, and loved ones. Do not freak out. You are a light being. So if you see light, silver, that's you. If you see your body, that's you. That just means you're not way into it yet. You're getting there. But if you see your body, you're getting there. Okay, close your records, open your records. This is another prayer. Ask to know as clearly as possible why you choose to be you at this point in time. Why you? Out of all the potential people you could have been in the whole universe, you happen to choose to be you. Why? And you may ask, you can sit in a quiet area or like a meditation spot. See, like that back there, that is my meditation spot with my Buddha on the bottom, which I light up the candle and I sit there and I meditate. I will go live and show you guys. You'll see it. And basically, when you're done asking, you say thank you to my loved ones, the masters, and teachers. And then you close your records. You open your records. Open yourself to fully embrace the fact that you are your soul's first choice. Notice your reactions. Close your records. Open your records. Ask your masters, teachers, and loved ones to help you identify the ways in which you are cooperating with the highest possibility of who you are in this life. And then you close your records. Open your records, ask your masters, teachers, and loved ones to assist you in recognizing ways in which you are refusing to accept the soul level choice you made to be who, to be you in this incarnation. And then close your records. Then you can open your records. Request that your masters, teachers, and loved ones guide you in seeing how honoring your soul's choice to be in this lifetime is empowering and liberating. Ask them to help you to understand how the everyday decisions you make about how you live and express yourself support or detract from your original choice. Close your records. We are now at the end of the first section of our exploration into the power of sacred wounds. Our sacred wounds as points of power in our relationship with ourselves. Through diving into our wounds, we dismantle our errors in self perception, dismiss false mythologies about our character and essence, and discover the magnificent that lies just beneath the surface of our distress. Here we encounter the awesome potential of unifying with divine reality. We travel the path of knowing ourselves, awareness of self, experience unconditional self love, self acceptance, and express both through appropriate action. We learn that life we are living is our soul's first choice for spiritual growth. Yes, we will benefit from continued practice, when in fact, we have already exactly where we need to be. Spiritually, healing has begun. Greater awareness of our innermost self provides a new dimension of self intimacy for our enjoyment and delight. We are now prepared to progress on our audacity to the next level of healing, our sacred wounds as a pathway to peace and our relationship with others. Part 3. Our sacred wounds, our sacred wounds as a pathway to peace and relations with others. Part 3. Introduction. We are embarking on the next step of our journey through the Akashic records, healing our relations with others. The first section addressed sacred wounds within ourselves. You gain an understanding of what sacred wounds are, how to work with them, and you practice some simply yet profound spiritual exercises. If you think back to when you first begun this program, you can see the changes you have already made. There have been adjustments within you and around you. Whether these have been subtle or dramatic, it is useful to take a moment and make note of your progress. Write down your observations about the shifts. Tell a friend about what has changed, what you acknowledge, and your development in this way. You fortify the energies that are gathering for your unfolding. Because of your efforts up until this point, you may now feel more solid and grounded within yourself. This stability comes from being awake, aware of your innermost self, treating yourself with the kindness and respect you deserve, and honoring your deepest truths through action. You may sense you are becoming a pillar of light, a pillar of life unto yourself, and that is as it should be. Your preparation has readied you to venture into the world you share with others. In this segment of our journey, we will focus on our sacred wounds as a path of peace in our relations with others. At first glance, using relationships as a path to peace may seem odd, since relationship with others often entail conflict, presenting huge roadblocks to our experience of peace. This is precisely the point. Our objective here is to realize how the wounds we have sustained and our interactions with others actually provide sacred opportunities which we can come to know peace within ourselves and with the people around us. Realizing that this is possible is only a beginning. We may find that the scar tissue we used as a protective barrier can serve the opposite purpose. It can, give me a moment, huh? Hey, thank you, Panama. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much, Panama City. Thank you, fam. I don't know if you're still in the chat. I missed it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna replace the pin now with Hazel, and then we got Makeup My Son. Drop Panama's link. Hey, what's up, Panama? Much love to you. I hope everything's good. Major love shout out. Uh, Gelo, I don't want to mess up your name. I don't want to mess up your name, sir. Let me give you a jacket so you may drop your upcoming link, upcoming live, link to your video, any video you want us to see. You may drop it. Thank you so much, Panama. And thank you very much, beautiful fam. You are most amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Chona! Look, look, look! Eh? When you clap, 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 clap. Let's see where I was. Before y'all mess with you. Alright, your preparation has been ready. Um, I'm coming from there. Right over here with black black. Okay. I just pinned Hazel though. So we'll get a couple minutes. Let me find out where the heck I was. Yeah, man, everybody. I lost my place. Alright, look, I'm gonna read from here. Realizing that this is possible, it is only a beginning. We may find that the scar tissue we use as a protective barrier can serve the opposite purpose. It can help us to connect. There are two main topics in this discussion. The first is transitioning from resentment to forgiveness. The second is becoming liberated from limiting patterns, shifting from enslavement to freedom and empowerment. In each chapter, I introduce ideas for you to consider, present some new angles from which you can view the events of your life, and offer Akashic reflections as in the previous chapters. These elements combined will support your transformation. Before we proceed, let's look at the underlying assumptions. We begin with an idea of this fundamental to our work and the Akashic records. Everything that has occurred in our life has happened for our own good, for the purpose of determining that we are fundamentally good as is everyone else and life itself. This understanding includes the notion that every person in your life has come into your experience to assist you in your heroic mission to love yourself and others in all circumstances. There is within you an infinite reservoir of love. The challenge is to release it to the point where you are so filled with it that it flows out from you to everyone you encounter. When people are nice and life is easy, this is not a problem, but it becomes immensely difficult to let love flow when we find ourselves with disagreeable folks or in unpleasant situations. From a Akashic soul level perspective, we can see that these people have come into our lives so that we can learn to love ourselves and others beyond reason. To love not because we are they have somehow earned our love, but because we simply cannot help loving them, our opportunity is to extend unconditional love to others. Okay, I found it. Hey, emotion! Other people are in our lives to assist us in our growth. It is important to understand that their development is none of our business. They are not with us so we can help, fix, or change them. They are present so we can allow them to help us learn to dignify all people in all situations. Ultimately, falling in love with every person we meet. That is the sacred opportunity inherent in every relationship. Understand that we are entering the thick of our program now. You are already familiar with the terrain. We will be examining who you have been who you have been with within yourself in terms of connections with others, your level of personal comfort, and confidence in relations with others is solely your responsibility, which is which at first can be baffling. The challenge is to get with yourself, stay with yourself, and be who you are no matter whom you're with. So be who you are no matter who you're with, regardless, be who you are. You will learn to be unaffected by the behavior, words, or antics of others. Your task is to hold steady in the light, not waiting for others to change so you can be happy or authentic. This is not to say that you should shut down and become numb, shielding yourself from other people's energies. On the contrary, you will become increasingly open, solid, fearless, and responsive, knowing that you are not alone. You're, you are ultimately responsible for your experiences and your interpretations of them. Your relations with others offer you frequent opportunities to increase your awareness so that you are one with the divine, that you are incorruptible, that you are in basically you are incorruptible at the level of your soul, the essence of your being, and as a result you have nothing to fear, as the all that's required for this next part of our work together is some dissatisfaction that with a relationship, any relationship. Now you may have been mining this dimension of a relationship for years and resolved much. You may have only slight discomfort at this point, or you may fall into the category of being held hostage by an old wound that has ruled you for far too long. There is a spectrum of possibility with this. Wherever you find yourself, is the perfect place from which to advance. What does healing? Hey, Fugu Mama! Alright. Mm, mm, alright. Why does healing take so long? As we enter into the phase of work, it is important to understand a fundamental principle. Healing is always present in its fullness. Yet growth into healing is incremental. It almost seems unfair. Excuse me. It almost seems unfair that we don't realize instantaneous healing. But the fact is don't let we usually don't. Let's take a look at this situation and see if we can understand what is occurring and why. Our physical being adapts to its environment in stages or layers. This gradual process ultimately enables us to fully interrogate the unseen into the seen. If our wounds were to be blasted with massive light energy beyond our ability to absorb this amount of energy, then we would experience all kinds of problems. In this situation, our unresolved issues would be activated, flooded, and fueled by the light, and we would surprise ourselves and everyone around us with a surge of bad behavior. Radical change can be traumatic even when we are impatient for it or it is greatly needed. So relax, it takes time. In everyday life, growth occurs in stages. Just recently, our son got his driver license cause for a big celebration. Interestingly, he has known how to drive for some years now. He was physically able to drive by the time he was 12, and with his height looked to be the age. However, had we handed him the keys at the point, disaster would have ensued. He had the mechanical skill but no experience in the city traffic. Chicago winters are sharing the road with enraged drivers over the past 5 years. He had the chance to mature, take driver's education classes, drive without a parent in the car for 50 hours, and basically grow into driving independently. Though annoyed by the waiting to be of legal age, he realized that he had to grow into being a competent, what is, a competent driver. This is similar to our need to adjust slowly to increase awareness of the light, also best accomplished incrementally while we always have 100% potential. It is for our benefit to grow into it bit by bit. The fact that we have to adapt patiently into our healing potential is both practical and compassionate. The slow pace of growth is in actuality a blessing. This is a kind, gentle approach to healing, on that allows us to embrace and be infused by the level of truth we find in the Akashic records. And so it is that in our increasingly expanded awareness of our perfect nature in this dimension, the earth plane of realm in, of incarnation, the most merciful strategy is the gradual approach. And really, what good is the light of Akasha if we cannot harness it for use in our everyday lives and in our normal comings and goings with others? It must be integrated to be useful, and this takes time. Consider human preparation. The reason healing can seem so slow and tedious is that the dense earth plane itself is slow and tedious. Newer, higher frequencies must pass through time and space into our physical plane. We can see this is the birthing process of living things. Whether the birth is a plant sprouting from a seed in the ground or a baby finally emerging into the world, time is required. So, as you enter this exciting new stage of the work, I invite you to maintain two levels of awareness simultaneously. The first is awareness of the fundamental truth that you are, at your core, always perfect, whole, and complete. The second is that through your work and the protective environment of the records, you are growing into awareness of this truth at a rate that is respectful, kind, and manageable. Count on it. Chapter 8: From Resentment to Forgiveness, the Trait. As we grow in spiritual awareness, we become accustomed to describing what is happening as a journey, an adventure, an odyssey, or a quest. All these words convey movement from one location to another in the let me see, in the spirit of optimism, heroism, even grandeur, and they are all really appropriate for describing our movement from limitation to liberation. Alright, everybody, please go visit the links that are pinned above. Please go visit the links that are pinned above. Please show some love and let your light shine. Show love, share the stream out, and please remember Namaste to each and everybody. Without them, we wouldn't be here. We all grow by each other. So please consider, if you will, the word trek. Hold it for a moment and notice it's markedly different. Feel from adventure, journey, odyssey, or quest. And the work before us now, we depart from our mission of glorious transformation and find ourselves traveling an oddest part of the journey. If you find these steps of the healing process challenging, you will know you are on the right track. While you may find occasional smooth sailing overall, it will be harder for you than your work in the previous section. This is true from many people because here you will confront areas of a greater discomfort, of awkwardness. Do not use this against yourself in any way, shape, or form. This stricken phase of your journey is designed to be slower going. I like to think of this leg as the value of the shadow of death that we all must cross in one lifetime or another. Fortunately, now is a perfect time for you to make the crossing. Remember that the purpose of this trek is your healing, transforming your wounds from limitations into sacred opportunities through which you encounter the divine reality. We know that everyone has wounds, everyone has a story. It's fundamental to the human experience. And you probably have a dramatic story. People with lukewarm stories generally do not actively seek spiritual healing. Keep getting these pop ups. Hey, Miss Queen, Sun Kiss, thank you for coming through. Healing alongside others. It is significantly that you are not alone on the planet. There are lots of other human beings present. In fact, to avoid others, you must deliberately act to isolate yourself, or sheet numbers that suggest that we are here to know, to help, to enjoy one another. None of us can do this alone, nor should we. And that goes for all YouTube content creators. Let me read it again. Since we are all, let me see, where is it? Okay, we are here to know, to help, and to enjoy one another. None of us can do this alone, nor should we. Since we are all wounded, it may well be that we are here together to link up, join forces, and be traveling companions on this great transformational journey. One of the great ironies of the human condition is that we are here to discover our soul's perfection through imperfect teachers, one another. This makes for a rigorous transformation, as we must look beyond appearances to see the truth. We must move beyond ourselves and even walk relationships with others. We must go past the customary boundaries of ours, lineary sensibilities to meet the unexpressed magnificence in one another. And just as we have needed to trust in our earlier work, we need to do so Here as well, trust in a reliable, gracious presence that will guide our way and fuel our passage. We will glimpse perfection in the muddle of mortal weakness. This is a remarkable experience, breathtaking, really, and it happens to all of us. We do not know when, we only know that it will happen at the perfect time. Our part of this unfolding is too clear, our internal channel of light, and hold steady as we enjoy the grace that has been with us throughout lifetime. When we are in the conscious connection with our innermost self, we are positioned to connect to the innermost self of others. We may even be able to reach the part of them that is hiding on the scar tissue. Once we find, once we found our light beneath our own crusty layer of camouflage, when we have met the beautiful and tender that seeks protection, there we can no longer be fooled by the appearance of others' wounds. We are freed from fear that has prevented us from venturing forth to connect as we transform relationship with our own wounds and discover the energy and aliveness that resides beneath the surface. We shed that the fear we will be contained, contaminated by others' imperfections. So we shed the fear that we will be contaminated by others' imperfections. The internal work we do, the Akashic records, results greater freedom to acknowledge the full reality of ourselves and others. Hold on, my phone, my book better fall. Shit. Excuse me. And others, and a richer dimension of connection between authentic selves and within our reach. And so we see how our wounds can become a positive link to the rest of humanity. When our pride has been pierced by the pain of entrapment within our woundedness, it becomes possible to reach out, ask for help, receive assistance, offer support, to truly bond with others, truly bound with others. These bounds create a zone of peace for all of us on the journey. We all lighten our load by sharing our difficulties, just as we multiply our joy by sharing solutions. Personal responsibility. When we begin to examine our interactions with other people, issues of personal responsibility and bad behavior arise, which can be confusing. It can appear that others are fully responsible for their actions, yet they are responsible for themselves. But we are also responsible for our own experience of their actions, just as they are responsible for their experience of ours. In the context of our work here, I encourage you to consider personal responsibility a little differently. Here it means acknowledging and accepting that everything in your life, whether you like it or not, is here for your growth, for your good, that nothing can enter your life unless it is ultimately good for you, unless it has potentially to aid you in knowing your own essential worth that of others and of life itself. You are the center of your life, just as I am. Hey Beth, how you doing? Welcome. Let me give you a wrench. Hold on. Welcome. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Whoever else I missed, I'm sorry. Thank you everyone for coming. Emotion. Muhammad, what's up, Muhammad? ¿Qué pasó? Panama City, thank you once again. Thank you very much. All right, so to reach out, ask for help, receive assistance, and offer support to truly bond with others. These bonds create a zone of peace for all of us on the journey. We are all lighting our load by sharing our difficulties, just as we multiply our joy by sharing solutions. Personal responsibility. Please let me know if anyone's going live. When we begin to examine interactions with this is personal responsibility. Okay, so I read that here it means acknowledging and accepting that everything in your life, whether you like it or not, is here for your growth, for your good, that nothing can enter your life unless it is ultimately good for you, unless it has the potential to aid you in knowing your own essential worth, that of others and of life itself. You are the center of your life just as I am the center of mine. It is helpful to revisit a transformational question we are by now quite familiar with. How is this good for me? Be discerning here. We're not asking if it's good for us because we've been bad and so we must deserve it, or if it's good because now we can play the victim, even up the score, and teach the other person a lesson. The turbocharged healing question is, how does this particular situation, this relationship, this circumstance enable me to know my own goodness and the goodness of others? While we are examining the question in the context of relationships with others. Notice that it hasn't changed. The question is still, how is this good for me? Hey, Sean Tuber, the Bud Files. Thank you for coming. Major love, shout out to you. Thank you. Okay, so basically, we're asking ourselves, how is this good for us? While we are examining this question in the context of relationship with others, notice that it hasn't changed. The question is still, how is this good for me? Whether a situation or a circumstance is good for another person is not your concern. Your ability to help or benefit others is always the result of what is good for you. Because when you are blessed, those around you also, those around you are also blessed. Their experience of the blessing, however it is, now in your control, you do not get to determine their experience. From an Akashic soul level perspective, every person, place, and thing, absolutely everything that comes to pass, without exception, is in your life to support you in developing your soul level awareness. When you examine a miserable situation or a terrible problem and you introduce this terrible healing question, your entire energetic connection to the problem will experience a radical shift. Simply by asking the question, you alter the energy before you know the answer. Recognizing and admitting that in some way, somehow, a painful interaction with another is good for you, that it is giving something to you, teaching you, growing you, allows you to move through the energetic perilous. Hey, Muhammad. that comes from perceiving yourself as a victim. The victim stance assumes that the world is a dangerous place. Other people are to be feared, and we ourselves are probably rotten to the core. And this false understanding of the nature of reality acts as a barrier to accessing the full power of life. The turbo healing question collapses this false perception, and our liberation and transformation are underway. So, resentment, it is time to discuss a common obstacle to peace in our relations with others. Okay, it is time to discuss a common obstacle to peace in our relations with others: resentment. We need to look at what it is, how it works, and the impact it has on us. Resentment is a condition of consciousness that involves unresolved hurt, anger, or both. As a condition of consciousness, it involves our thoughts, our emotions, and our will. The combination of these three can make can make it can make it potable foe. When they are in agreement, they form an energetic tripod that operates as a gridlock, perilous even. This sturdy tripod structure was initially formed as a protection from further hurt or upset, and it is still effective in accomplishing this. But while we are protected, we are also blocked from the life force. We lose our energy and clarity, and we may get depressed for a number of reasons. Resentment can be very seductive, even to charged with pain and fear. Frankly, much resentment is justified terrible things we commit, unspeakable acts of harm upon one another, sometimes knowingly, sometimes not. Hatred and rage can be strong components of resentment, and they are both associated with justification. It is important to recognize that being justified in your hostility and anger doesn't neutralize the consequences of these emotions. They still cause harm to one who holds them. The injured party doesn't get a pass on the damage. Resentment is an equal opportunity state. It hurts all involved, from shock absorber to barrier. You drop your link. Let me see. Trending. Andrew is going through a procedure to have bone marrow aspiration to check his level of health. Many prayers and blessings to him. I know he will be okay. So just think positive. He'll be okay. Everything will be fine. From shock absorber to barrier, let's examine more closely how resentment functions. Initially, it serves to protect, and during an emergency, it aids self prevention, self preservation in an elegant way. Hurt feelings serve as a kind of shock absorber. Think of airbags in a car, expanding upon impact. They cushion us from the blow, but then energetically they lodge between us and our innermost self. They are absolutely effective at giving us some distance dulling our pain. Unfortunately, however, they dim the life force as well. They inject an energetic moat between us and our. I gotta look at the time because I got an appointment at 2 o'clock. Okay. They inject an energetic moat between us and our soul level self, and we lose contact with all its marvelous expressions. Disconnected from ourselves in this way, we experience marked disconnection from life itself. We feel life observers instead of living life. Our sense of divine presence deems. As the energy of resentment settles in, it oozes into both our innermost, our inner space, and our outer personal space, and begins to thicken. The cushion once filled with air now fills with a glue like substance, becoming denser and more rigid as the mind and emotions move into agreement about the focus of resentment. Now it develops into a serious problem. Everything we encounter must penetrate this rigidity in order to touch us. All our efforts to reach out to life, to communicate, make contact, and express ourselves have to pierce this blockage. Given time, this becomes impossible. Nothing can get in and nothing can get out. And so it is that the energy of justified resentment, the thing that originally protected us, completely brought us most confusing and tragic of all is that by continuing to energetically feed this wall of resentment, we cannot have a conscious to connection of the divine. This in turn makes it almost impossible to register the signals the divine sends our way, the divine guidance and inspiration is the ultimate drawback of contentment. The next one I would read is causes of resentment, self resentment, moving toward forgiveness. Judge not is our touchstone. The elements of forgiveness, the benefit of doubt. So next I would read the causes of resentment. Is anyone going live at this time? Let me see on my phone. If anyone's going live, let me know in the chat. I could pull you up. That's not a problem. Uh, okay, we have trending. We have trending, which I've been in her live. I've been in her live this whole time. I've been live. All right, this is trending. Shit, I didn't even switch my name. I hope I get credit. I hope I get credit. All right, here we go. Trending. Well, he's live. Muhammad is live. No, but he's not live. All right, so I'm gonna leave a comment. Thank you, everyone, for coming. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. That's why I'm here. Please feel free to ask. Don't be afraid of any question to ask. It's not stupid. I'm here. Don't worry. You may ask at any time. We got trending live. We got Muhammad's video down. The blood files. Where are they? Okay, we got blood files and the Venom. Okay, everybody, I'm gonna be looking at the blood files, see who went over there and hit the thumbs up, and it was only trending. I know I have a couple people in my live more than just trending. Muhammad, you want people to come over to you and show you support. You gotta come over to other people. You gotta let your light shine and come over. It'll be in 3 hours at 5 o'clock. And you're waiting. Let me share it. Uh, copy your link. Alright, everybody, give me one moment while I share this. If anybody's going live, has a video they want everybody to see, please drop it. Please let me know in the chat, and me and Trendy will go get it for you. That's not a problem. Bud. Say, why can't I find them? Alright, shared. Okay. Sean. And then we'll do Alain's intro. I don't know, you can do that. Alright, Beth is upcoming in 4 hours at 6 p.m. That will be right after uh the Bud Files. Bud Files at 5 p.m. We got Beth Vegara at 6 p.m. I hope I said your name wrong. Sorry. It will be at 6 p.m. Hmm? Where? You dropped it? Yeah, earlier I have the fin. I wonder. Let me see. So we have Bud Files at 5. We have Beth at 6. Let's see. We have Panama at 2. So 2 o'clock we have Panama. 2 o'clock I will be at my hair appointment, but I'll pull you up on my cell phone, Panama. I will leave you running on my advice because I'm going right across the street. My neighbor. Isn't that lovely? I don't like to leave my house. My mother blew up my engine, so I can't leave my house anyways. Because the car she bought, I can't touch it. You believe that? I never heard. I never heard of such a thing. She blows up my car. She buys another car and tells me, "Oh, you can touch it. I said you put insurance on it." That's okay. So when I put insurance on it, you can't touch it. That's so mean. Oh my gosh. My gosh, my mother's ridiculous. I see. I said her, oh, whatever. I don't go nowhere anyways. So she's like, I know. I'm like, okay, so let me use the car when I want to go buy lotto tickets or something. Hey, Muhammad, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for coming through. What the food trending? Thank you very much. You show love to Panama City. She is one of the biggest supporters, and she also supports your channel, yo. She's on vacation. She's been MIA for a while. Panama City, if you're in the background, you've been MIA. We miss you. We can't wait till you come back and do gospel karaoke. And I don't know, what's his name? Big Rooster said he that you can still do it. So I don't know. I mean, I read the new rules and it says yeah, I can't. So I'm scared to do that. But give me one more calling me. And she knows I'm live. This is what I mean. This is when you accept do you want to end this? Yes. I don't want to play. Or I missed the call. Oh well. It's not that important. Let me see. Quick game. Uh, I'm playing this word game online with soup like me, and then I'm playing other people. So kind of box me up on for my mother. So is anyone going? Hey, Eon Plus, Nature TV, what's up? I hope everyone's staying blessed, staying safe. Make a mama son. When are you going live? I think you're going live. Are you going live today? Let's come on, mother. Oh, mother. Oh, she's not picking up. Please drop any links. If you're going live, please let me know. Yes, but you have to put the code for me because I didn't put it. Okay. I don't even know what she said. Something about something. Okay. Thanks for the rinse. No, no problem. No problem. No problem. Please drop Muhammad. If there's a certain video about a gym, then drop the video. If trending didn't drop the right video, drop the video. We don't know. You have to go to your link and drop the link. You can be freely do that. I gave you a wrench. You could do that, and we will definitely support you. Now let's see. Makeup Mama's son. Let me see if I can go up and find her. Makeup Mama's son. Is Stupid Chat live? Huh? Emotion. Is emotion going on? Dropping a new song. There's emotion. 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 This is what I love the most. Oh, he got mini caps. Oh shit, $30. Wait, I'm low income, low income. I don't even make that much on YouTube. I haven't got paid for like 2 months. Well, 3 months actually. I had $84 for my birthday, and then also on June 26th, got $80 in super chat. Yeah, 84 something. And then when I went to Google AdSense, it said I had $48. I'm like, wow. I don't get upset about it. I'm like, whatever. It is what it is. YouTube is a struggle. YouTube is a job. So I just gotta start going live more. And let's see. We got Meow Meow who's live. Meow Meow is live right now. So everybody who wants to grow to the highest, get to know people worldwide, go to Meow Meow right now. She is live. And I'm telling you, she won't be live for a very long time. She is live like for a limited time only. Very rarely she is live. So please go and check her out. Eon, I will put up your link. Everybody, please go over there right now. Transfer to meow meow. Meow meow. Meow meow. Meow meow. Namaste. Let me click end. Namaste.